Here's the thing. I don't give a shit about baseball. It's boring. You need a new desk.
I was thinking, I don't really need to make this video. Nobody needs to have me explain to them why baseball is good. And then I thought, well, nobody needs any of my videos. Nobody needs 95% of what's on YouTube. Nobody needs to be convinced into liking or disliking something that they don't already like. And nobody needs baseball. Baseball, like so much of what we do, is pointless. You sit down and watch grown men run in a circle, and the group that runs around more wins. Could you have a bigger waste of time? This was my attitude about sports as a whole the minute my dad stopped forcing me to play them. It's fucking dumb. Why would anyone spend time and energy following a dumbass group of men play the exact same game over and over and over again? And I would say that with a straight face while binge watching Game Grumps play Kirby's Dream Course for like a week straight. And for some reason, I thought that this version of wasting your life had more value than this. And this is the way I viewed the world. Sports on this side with the guys who used to call me gay in high school, and art on this side with all of my gay college friends. Films, shows, video games, and any other narrative or emotional experience had a certain value which put it over any other type of entertainment, especially sports. And that's how I lived my silly little life for decades until two pieces of video entertainment stumbled into my eye holes. The first being the unauthorized Bash Brothers experience, which I discussed in an episode of Morning Coffee with the Young Panda. It sparked my fascination with baseball, like a future furry watching the Goofy movie and seeing Roxanne for the first time in middle school. The second was the work of one man whose goal is to educate the masses on the past in a way that doesn't make you go, I'm gonna kill myself! Ken Burns. He's had some notable accomplishments, like the undisputed best Civil War documentary, a long history of PBS documentaries exploring all things Americana, being 66 and still having this hair, which is real. It's his real hair. Wow, just amazing. Oh, and see this? See what I'm doing with the photo on the screen? That's called a Ken Burns effect. He invented this. I most definitely owe this man money, and I owe him a lot in terms of my baseball fandom. He made a documentary about the entirety of baseball history, and it is... In the documentary, he exposed the beauty of baseball. Baseball is a game comprised of numerous different games happening all at once. The initial game is the one between the batter and the pitcher. One thing to keep in mind about the pros is that they rarely ever throw a ball or a strike on accident. This isn't little Jimmy's baby league cornhole toss, alright? It's a mind game. They are trying to crawl inside the batter's brain and think, how do I own his mind and tell him what he is going to swing and not swing at. The batter's job is to take everything into account and predict whether or not the next throw will be a ball or a strike, then in a millisecond, make the decision to swing or not. Can I fake him out? Can he handle the heater? Who's on base? How many points do we have? How desperate are they? Are they gonna make a mistake? What mistake are they gonna make? What mistake does this guy always make? Is he thinking I'm gonna throw a ball? I should throw a strike. But if he's thinking I'm gonna throw a strike and he's pretending to think I'm gonna throw a ball, then I need to throw a fucking ball so that he thinks that. But maybe he's thinking a couple of different steps ahead. Is the guy Sicilian? Is death on the line? It's all strategy. It's like a streamlined mini version of poker. And if you never watched poker on the Game Show Network, you're missing out, man. That's some high quality entertainment. Nigaro, he's a mastermind, okay? He's a fucking mastermind. Then on the field, there's the game of readiness being played by all these men, ready to spring into action. Good players will know the batter's tendencies. What are the chances of the ball coming to me? Who's on base? Are my chances better of getting out the closest guy to me, or should I throw it home and stop the run? Will he make the throw to me in time?
When I throw it back, is it fast enough?
Then there's the coach's game, knowing all of the players in the stadium on that day. Who should I put out? Who will I need in the later innings? Can they all perform? Who excels in these circumstances? Then there's the game of the season. This team might be cake, but if I use my best guys, will they be too tired to compete with this good team tomorrow? Do I use the mid-tier guys now and give my best players a break? We have to win 17 of the next 30 games if we want to win the division. What games can I afford to lose? And then there's the game of years. The ball club is a franchise. If we get more people in the seats, we can raise the prices and get better players next year. If we can rise up, we can be a dynasty. If we get caught cheating, we'll be the laughingstock of the league for years, and our influence will drain. How do we become the greatest? How do we top everyone? How do we make our team godlike? And all of these unknowns and questions are answered by that mini micro game of strategy happening between the batter and the pitcher. If you're thinking, I don't want to sit there and watch a guy throw a ball over and over again, keep in mind that all of that, seasons, careers, decades, and dynasties, sit on each individual throw. There's a cosmic elegance to the shape and form of baseball that radiates from its simplest moments to its most grandiose sweeping movements. This beauty has been unfolding before the eyes of the American public for generations. An entire nation of people getting out and watching this real-life drama play out, being tied into a history of games and plays and wins and losses and triumphs and defeats, watching dynasties fall and underdogs become gods. Now, this is all mostly true of all sports, but how could you turn away the aesthetic of baseball? This is when I call on my experiences with my artsy college gaze. The music, the sound,
Absolutely.
the feel, the experience. Sitting by the diamond in the heat with hot dog in hand, ready to catch that beautiful little orb. Americans don't have much culture unless you count McDonald's, racism, and mass shootings. But baseball makes me feel how I imagine people from real cultures feel when they connect with their upbringing. It's a tradition, a stupid, pointless, repetitive tradition, but one born of beauty, community, and fun. So of course, this being the first year I've been dying to dive back into baseball fandom, the world had to fucking end. So this is the sad, lonely mating call of a desperate, baseball-deprived panda. Please, someone, please, donate me a PS4 and MLB The Show 20. Quick, please help. I'm sad. I'm dying of sad. If I titillated your interests with this video and you've got nowhere to go because baseball is not going on right now, there's a lot of other options. I'd say go watch that Ken Burns documentary. It's on Amazon Prime, I think. And you can watch Bull Durham, which is a great baseball movie. There's Field of Dreams, which is another great baseball movie starring Kevin Costner. There's like 8 baseball movies with Kevin Costner in them. I only recommend those 2 though. You could watch Moneyball with Brad Pitt. I think Brad Pitt's miscast in it because he's like a loser and Brad Pitt's too hot to lose at anything. Outside of that, I don't know. Super Mario Party has a pretty fun baseball mini game in it. I don't fucking